So I know what the girls do on TikTok. They do the makeup streams, they put on these huge fake eyelashes, all this stuff. I knew a girl in junior high who didn't have eyelashes. That was her thing. She was embarrassed about that. She just had like eyes with rims and the faintest eyelashes. So let's talk about makeup. I support self expression. I support you want to look away, go ahead and do that. At some point, it's just lying. If you can't be seen without your prep, and if you pass your prep off as you, and you do that for the purposes of deceiving, then yeah, you're just a liar. Makeup is a mask. And that's what I say is just wear a mask. If you have to cover it up that much, just put a mask on. You've changed every feature completely and nobody can see what you really look like. Yeah, just wear a mask. It's way simpler. It may be even cooler. Um, Makeup and modest, humble. See, you were forced to not be attractive. They had put the ones who were physically beautiful as the enemy, right? Because it's an old guy talking. He doesn't have anything, so he has to make the young whippersnappers look foolish. So, yeah, you're the wrong ones, right? And it's pure greed. So, makeup comes from you and your ancestors being forced to look modest and humble. So it really is like I have said the Eternal Pleasure Body AI Spaceship Core. You ought to be able to make a choice like I want to look like this, and it'll morph you into that, and whatever features you want. If a virus can inject DNA, you certainly could have like a positive virus that can do that, which they've done. They can do DNA injects using, repurposed viruses. So you could definitely have an AI spaceship that could change your body's DNA through some sort of nanite bath or whatever. Um, there's no reason that the random set you're born with is your destiny. And I definitely think that growing old, that old man blocking the door today, he just had the widest gait and he took the longest, and as soon as he got to the smallest part of the threshold he slowed down so everyone had to stop, and he had his wife in tow and she looked like she knew he was like that. These old people who carry their wives like at least I got some, it's like you made more slaves because you didn't realize who you were, and you're being an arrogant out there because that's who the government is. So it just looks bad. It's like, who's that? That's the enemy. That's literally the person who didn't figure it out and caused everyone all these problems. So Kid Shadow got asked, what if he goes, don't be afraid to make your kid cry, right? Circumcision means you're the slave class. Circumcision means that you obey words or else. Oh yeah, God said to cut some pieces off my kid. I'm doing it, right? That's not somebody you need to like. That's not somebody you need to be like. That's the enemy. So, yeah, on makeup. They have to wear makeup because they got the ugly stick from the government. They were forbidden from looking hot so they didn't piss off the real ruling class. And that has been going on for so long, it's permanent, it's genetic. So, you have to wear makeup. I don't even take baths, I don't even change my clothes. Like, come on. You don't need that much. I did. I noticed people who were like so called street people had like power in their clothing. They had like an aura that people respected. And as I got into it, it's because like your oils are a part of your presence, and that by making you be too clean, they've erased you. They've you have ceased to be a unique person, and now you're Charmin Plus, right? And they know they did that to you, and only somebody with like how I do the speed painting, there's all these other things I know and notice that most people have no idea about, and one of those is your oils. So um, yeah, people are horrible, man. They are. It's all about me. It's all about me with elbows. It's like the flow valve, rather people like it. Can I mate with it? If the answer is no, I hate it. Did I make it or can I mate with it? If either of those are yes, like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And if either of those are no, it's a fucking destroy it. Get it out of here. And those are the people who circumcise. So, yeah, boys don't care about the life of boys. Well, I hope this boy ends up with this girl. Never, 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 never. So, rather than passing on toxic trash, I decided to address the toxic trash. And, I've had opportunities to breed. I didn't do it. I was really smart not to. And it wasn't because of the circumcision, it's because I knew I was like, I don't want to make more people. They cost a lot. They have horrible lives. Nobody wants to rot alive. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I go online and I see all these girls wearing makeup. Just wear a mask. You have to hide how you actually look because it's embarrassing. You just put a mask on. Yeah. He's got his old woman with him, so he got those grandkids out there taking up the whole doorway. Little David was throwing stuff on the ground. I can eyeball somebody and look at their color, complexion, and their modest, humble features, and the fact their kids are named religious names, and know he probably got circumcised. He's probably acting out because he's being tortured actively. Um, you know, if the book that comes out of a printer asks it, and you jump up to do it too, you are not a meritable person. You know, the criminals always make it illegal to disagree with them. Oh yeah, God said. The Creator told us. And if you agree, you're just a dunce. You're an idiot. An idiot on a stick. So they won't tell you this. These people will not think of this to share with you. They'll go, oh yeah, you should do what the book says, right? So yeah, you got your big fake eyelashes on. Your total complexion is covered with a freaking layer of paint. But it's not enough to stop it. They're still gonna try to win, right? And go out there and do it anyway. The real ruling class needed to be hotter than you no matter what. And so the reason why your kids are like decently attractive and then by the time you get to like 22, all of you look like horrible isn't because you just suddenly started living longer. It's really not. It's because you were in danger of dying if you were hot past a certain age because that's what the government likes. The government likes kids. You could get a ton of money if one of your kids were hot. If one of your kids were hot, you could get land, a bounty of cash, all these things because they would abduct them. I saw that happen in my neighborhood. I knew people who disappeared because they were sold, kids. That happens in America. People have reported it like by the millions and billions, right? People will give you cash. There's no money for you ever. Here you get $700, and you have to labor to have it, and it's taxed, and it's horrible, and it's per hour. They're the worst to you. You need to argue for something else. Um, but if you have a kid, they want, oh yeah, here's $100,000, 30,000, right? They'll never give you more than you'll part with it for. They know how much is a lot to you, and they'll offer you just that. So it's disrespect, right? And so, but if you're an attractive person past a certain age, you're in trouble. You have the danger time, right? So that's why you fall apart fast. Fall apart early is and let the jealousy of the ruling class is really why they don't want people on Earth who can compete with them. And if your kids are hot, you could get a payout. You could get bread or advancement because that's what they like. The people who take out baby boys with a knife are definitely into little girls. I know that most of us wouldn't do that, you know, but they would. If you would wire up a cow for veal, all of nature preys on animals. What do you think the talking snake is? Is a talking snake something that tempted Eve? Or is the talking snake proof that it's a carnal nature that snakes go for eggs? There's all these species of snake that exist for millions of years by raiding nests. If the creator hated it, that wouldn't exist. If the creator was against that, he would stop it. But he won't and doesn't. So they knew that. They're like, obviously, this isn't actually illegal to the creator. We'll just tell them to make them do what we want. The laws of God are the laws of men. The men lie about being the creator to get you to do horrible things like circumcision. So yeah, wear a mask. Don't even freaking put on makeup. Makeup. It is kind of funny how it's like covering lost territory makeup. But at some point you fall apart so much there's no saving you. It doesn't even look cool. Grandpa got super old and fell apart. People have mistaken that as divine. It's not divine, it's a disease. It's an ancestral problem. I don't recommend living forever until you do it for free. You know what I mean? There should be people who have objects and energy from nowhere. Uh, how you eat and where your waste goes should be handled in a way that's costless. But yeah, this place sucks. Earth, not a nice time to be born. The only thing that's good about it is its infinite potential to make something else. So yeah, I just laugh about the makeup thing, man. I'm gonna pretend to be someone else so I can win. It's so like, what the hell is happening? Is that what time it is? I had to put on my fake lashes and color my skin. Of course, now they might even be people who switch genders. Hey, I can't be a man because of the oppression of the ruling class, so I have to try to mate with women as a woman. That's not nice. That's not a society. That sucks. So, I got nothing but hatred for how it is. I hate it. I do. No home for me. You'll have my resentment forever.